Today, we're talking about the perfect DJ vehicle. So, if you're someone that's new to the game or someone that's growing their business and you're looking to kind of take your events to the next level, transportation is going to be something that you need to think about. And today, I want to share with you my latest and greatest purchase for my personal kind of transportation to and from events. Yes, I'm going to share with you what I just bought, and I'm going to share with you why I went this direction as opposed to the direction I've kind of been going and living in for quite some time. So, truth be told, over the past 15 or so years, I've been like a trailer guy. I've always pulled a trailer with a vehicle. I've had SUVs and pickup trucks, and although I've owned vans for my business, I very rarely use them unless I absolutely need to. I've sworn by having trailers, but over the years, there's been a couple of occurrences of things that have happened that maybe jeopardized my safety or, ended up being okay, but could have ended up not being really okay. I've had trailers disconnect from my vehicles. I've had things hit my trailer. And you know what? Trailers can be dangerous, especially in certain weather kind of climates and certain situations. Long story short, I've used a trailer, I've used pickup trucks, and I've used a ton of different stuff in my life to date. Even right now, before today, I've owned Dodge Rams and Chevy vans and Ford vans and Dodge pickup trucks and GMC SUVs and Toyota SUVs and I had a Toyota Tundra at one point. I mean, I've had a ton of vehicles, and I think I found the perfect DJ vehicle for my needs, for the types of events that I'm doing, and for my career. And today I bought it, and I'm so pumped. I want to share it with you. I am the proud new owner of a brand new Transit Cargo E350 extra high, extra long cargo van. Kind of weird to say like, I'm pumped that I bought a cargo van, but hey, it's the little things these days. And today marks the 1 year mark that I've kind of been cooped up because the events have stopped thanks to COVID and its impact on our overall industry. And I'm just hopeful that there's light at the end of the tunnel coming very soon, and I get to use this van sooner than later. Long story short, I've had custom trailers made, I've had small trailers, I've had medium-sized trailers, and I am moving away from a trailer to focus in and have a cargo van. And I never really probably would have ever thought I've done that, but I made the decision for a couple of different reasons. First and foremost, I can use this vehicle all over my state. There's no issues with certain roadways and limitations to use a vehicle like a Ford Transit cargo van anywhere and everywhere I need to. One of the main arteries in New Jersey doesn't allow you to use box trucks on them, and that's a road that I use to get to probably 85% of my events. Therefore, a box truck is not something I am willing to consider, because to take the detour routes or the long scenic truck routes to get to some of these places, you could be doubling or even tripling your time, and it's not something that I'm willing to do. I bought this van because it can tow, it can hold a lot, it is super roomy and spacious on the inside. It's already been outfitted with E-Track, which I had done with the dealer that I purchased the van from. I also had a partition put in the inside. It's black, so I can do some really cool things with branding on it. Now, this is not the largest cargo van that exists. The Mercedes Sprinter is a little bit larger than that, and I actually have one on order currently. But I'm going to keep my Ford van over the Mercedes because it's cheaper to operate over the long term. It is easier to service and maintain over the long term. And currently at SCE Event Group, we've got 4 guys that are crushing it with these vans and have used these vans for like over 4 years. And some of them have over 100,000 miles with no issues at all. And I just think they're super, super super, super reliable. If you do some homework and you look at the Mercedes Sprinter vans, you'll find good reviews, but you'll also find a ton of negative reviews. And I'm just not willing to take the chance on such a costly item, an important item for me and my business, and the cost of maintenance. And if something was to happen and I was in an area that didn't have a Mercedes dealership kind of nearby, I could be in a really, really, really difficult kind of challenging situation. Ford dealerships are pretty much everywhere and the parts are super easy to get. So that was one of the main decisions of why I went this way and not the Mercedes way. I do like the Mercedes logo and stuff, and I think it's pretty boss. I've had a couple of Mercedes. I like the cars, but this is a work vehicle and I needed to be strong. I'm super happy with this vehicle. It looks super dope. It drives super nice. It's got cameras in it and it's got a cool radio in it. And it's got some really cool features with technology that I don't even need in a cargo van, but I'm pumped that it's there. The coolest thing about this vehicle is it allows me to transport a ton of gear, and I think it will be more than the cool thing about this vehicle is it allows me to transport a ton of gear, and I think it's going to be more than adequate for my events post-COVID for some time. The days of us doing truckloads of stuff, I think, are going to be pushed out for quite some time because the world needs to come back from all the stuff we've just kind of gone through. Anyway, in one of these vehicles, I can fit an amazingly dope show, and I'm pumped to be able to do it. Now, I want to share with you a couple secrets of things that you need if you're thinking about getting a cargo van or that will help you. First and foremost, you need a ramp. I like to use the ramps that are not attached to the vehicles, and I've done that in some of my other vans, and I do that because if you need to use the side door or you need to use the back door, you can move it around. I typically like to go for an 8 to 10 foot ramp because that gives you plenty of leeway and room, and you can use these ramps loading into a loading dock or, even up certain staircases if you need them. Another really valuable thing that I think every cargo van owner needs to consider having is paneling on the walls and a covering on the floor. This van came equipped with it via Ford, and I'm super grateful that it has. I did make one update to the interior cargo area, and that is I installed E-Track on the top and the bottom. On the bottom, it's to secure all my cases, speakers, and all the things that I have going on. I'm a big case guy. All of my gear sits in cases. Even my DJ furniture has its own case, and I do that because it keeps everything super fresh for a long time. I'm going to make a video about that. I also put another line of E-Track towards the top of the vehicle, but down from the ceiling. It's about 18 inches down from the ceiling, and I did this so that we can use it for storage of other things, ancillary items, including truss. So actually, I found these really, really cool E-Track clips that I'm going to share with you in the description down below. You can actually cut 2x4s and use and install them and essentially create like a second layer of storage in your vehicle, which is super, super dope. Now, we used to do this in our vans as well as all of our trailers, and everyone does it at SCE, but I'm sharing it with you guys because I think it's a super cool thing that you can do to increase the usable space in any vehicle that's transporting equipment. Now, I know there's gonna be some people watching this saying like, yo, I don't need this big of a vehicle, and that's totally cool. I remember the days of me going to my events in a 4Runner or a Denali or a Tahoe and being A-okay. My events have evolved over time, and they continue to evolve, and they're going to evolve in the future. I just need to make sure that I have a vehicle that is safe, that I primarily only use when I go to events, and that will be ready to go when I need it to start. This vehicle is super easy to drive. It allows you to do a lot of different things, and I'm just super excited about it. So I want to share with you not just some video of the vehicle I bought, but I want to share with you some of the tools that I found and the ramp that I'll be using in this vehicle. I'm pumped. I brought it home today. It was so cool to actually get this vehicle because I've been talking about it for a number of years at this point. And I wanted to create a quick video on it. So if you have any questions or you want me to go into anything further, I would be happy to kind of talk with you and engage with you in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos or footage about this vehicle in the future, just let me know. I'll create whatever you guys want. And I just want to say thank you. Be on the lookout for more content coming right here real soon on this channel. The perfect DJ vehicle. Who would have thought? Ford Transit, extra high, extra long. That's what it is for me right now, March 2021. Thanks for watching.